Imagine being locked away in one of the world's most brutal prisons, a place where escape means certain death, and survival is a daily battle. But what if you refuse to give up? What if, against impossible odds, you risked everything for freedom? This is the true story of Papillon, a man who wouldn't be broken. In 1931, Henri Papillon Charrier is a skilled safecracker living in Paris. After stealing diamonds and delivering them to a French mafia boss, he spends a romantic evening with his love, Nanette, giving her a stolen necklace and keeping some diamonds for himself. But his happiness is short-lived. The next morning, police arrest him for the murder of a pimp he had seen the night before. Papillon quickly realizes he's been framed by the powerful mafia, and despite having an alibi, he knows the corrupt system won't give him a fair trial. Sentenced to life imprisonment, he tells Nanette to forget about him and move on, while he focuses on one thing: escape. On the journey to the notorious penal colony in French Guiana, a prison from which no one has ever escaped alive, Papillon meets a fellow inmate named Julot, who tells him he'll need a lot of money to buy his way to freedom. Julot points out Louis Degas, a wealthy counterfeiter rumored to have millions hidden on him. Papillon offers to protect Degas from other prisoners in exchange for funding his escape, but Degas declines, believing the guards will keep him safe. That night, a prisoner is murdered so his killer can cut him open and steal the money hidden inside his body, making Degas realize he's in far more danger than he thought. The next morning, Degas accepts Papillon's offer, but insists he'll only fund the escape until he's settled in the prison, as he believes his appeal will get him released soon. Once they arrive at the prison, the harsh reality becomes clear. The warden warns them that their first escape attempt will earn 2 years of solitary confinement, and the second attempt will lead to 5 years of solitary, followed by a life sentence at the hellish Devil's Island. Papillon tries to arrange an infirmary work assignment for himself and Degas, but after the deputy warden discovers Degas' counterfeiting hurt his family, he punishes them both by assigning them to brutal labor in the mines. Despite the harsh conditions, Papillon continues to plan his escape. When Degas' hidden money falls out due to illness, Papillon saves it without the guards noticing. Papillon befriends a former Navy man named Cellier, who promises to arrange a boat if Papillon can escape the island. Papillon also tries to bribe a local pimp who works with the guards, but the price for a boat is $5,000. Meanwhile, Degas remains hopeful his wife will support his appeal, but Papillon warns that with Degas' fortune now in her hands, she may have no reason to help him. As the violence of prison life escalates, Papillon saves Degas from multiple attacks, risking his life repeatedly. Frustrated, Papillon tells Degas he's tired of protecting him, but when Degas asks to join his escape plan, Papillon refuses, believing Degas is too fragile and would slow him down. When Julot's own escape attempt fails and he's executed, Papillon finally makes his move, attacking a guard and running into the jungle. But his attempt is foiled when the local pimp betrays him for a bigger reward from the prison warden. Papillon is recaptured and sentenced to 2 years in solitary confinement on a separate island, where he's forbidden to speak or move. During this time, Degas secretly sends him coconuts for nourishment, giving him hope. But when the guards discover this, Papillon's rations are cut in half. Despite months of starvation, he refuses to reveal Degas' involvement, even when offered a proper meal. The warden retaliates by keeping Papillon in complete darkness, pushing him toward insanity. Papillon hallucinates vivid memories and visions, barely clinging to his sanity until his 2-year sentence ends. Emaciated and weak, Papillon is transferred to the infirmary, where Degas visits him. Degas confesses his wife betrayed him and married his lawyer, and apologizes for everything Papillon endured on his behalf. But Papillon reveals he faked his madness to stay in the infirmary, proving his resilience. Together they plan another escape. On the night of a political screening, they drug the guards and enlist the help of Cellier and an inmate named Macherette. The plan goes awry when a sudden storm cancels the screening, forcing them to improvise. Degas steals keys to the watchtower, allowing them to slip into the night. They make it to the boat arranged by Cellier's contacts, but the boat is full of holes, and the constant bailing exhausts them. As a storm looms, Cellier suggests throwing the injured Degas overboard to lighten the load, but Papillon refuses. When Cellier becomes aggressive, a fight breaks out, leading to his death. The remaining 3 barely survive the storm and wash ashore in Colombia, but when they seek help from a local nun, she betrays them to the police. Macherette is shot while fleeing, and Papillon and Degas are recaptured. For his second escape attempt, Papillon is sentenced to 5 years of solitary confinement. When he finally emerges, he's a shadow of his former self, weakened but still unbroken. The warden is stunned by his survival, as no one has ever lasted this long. Papillon is transferred to the infamous Devil's Island, where the cliffs and violent waves make escape impossible. There, he finds Diga, who has grown resigned and broken after years of imprisonment. Despite the despair around him, Papillon refuses to give up hope. He devises a new escape plan, building a raft from coconuts, and using the strong currents to carry him to the mainland. On the day of the attempt, Diga decides not to join him, saying he no longer belongs in the outside world. Papillon understands and bids his friend farewell. With determination, he throws the raft into the water and jumps after it, surviving the treacherous fall. As the waves carry him away, both men share a final moment of joy and triumph. Decades later, in 1969, an older Papillon returns to France, still a wanted man, to publish his memoirs and share Diga's drawings. The film closes with the knowledge that Papillon's incredible story of survival and escape was based on true events, immortalizing his defiance and resilience.